Today we'll be talking about the book Pythagorean Theorem for Dummies, Special Edition. Hey, want to talk about Pythagorean Theorem? I knew you did. Well, Pythagorean Theorem is a thing that is used in everyday life. You just might not have noticed it yet.
Where can we find it?
The real question is, where can't we find it? It's in every right triangle.
What about the wrong triangle?
No, it's not like that. You see, a right triangle has 3 legs, and when 2 of them, not the hypotenuse, are put together, they have a 90-degree angle.
What? I thought you said that this was about triangles. What does hippopotamuses have to do with this?
It's not a hippopotamus, it's a hypotenuse, which means the longest leg of a triangle. You see, there are always 3 legs of a triangle, A, B, and C. And if it's a right triangle, then A squared plus B squared equals C squared. See, you can see right here in my Pythagorean Theorem book.
Well, what if you wanted to find how long one of the other legs are?
All you would have to do is switch around the equation a little bit. Let's say that you wanted to find how long in inches leg B is. All you would have to do then is take C squared and subtract A squared from it. Then you just square root that number and that's your answer.
Wow, that sounds really confusing.
It may appear confusing in your little 3rd grade mind, but it's really not that deep. Let's put it into a scenario.
Well, okay, we could try.
Let's say that we didn't know how tall you were and you were curious. So we need to find a way to measure you without a tape measure.
Why can't we use a tape measure?
Because for some reason we couldn't find one, okay?
Why couldn't we find one?
That is not the point. The point is that we need to know your height. Let's see, we know Kinsey, our older sister, height plus her arms is 73 inches. And Mom's height minus her head is 52 inches. So 73 squared, like C, is 5,329, and 52 squared, like A, is 2,704. Which means we would just have to subtract 2,704 from 5,329, which would equal 2,625. And that right there is your answer, except you would have to square root it so you can find the actual answer in inches. And then when you square root 2,625, the answer is 51 point really long number. But you can just round it down to 51 inches.
But does it follow the rule of A squared plus B squared equals C squared?
Well, let's check. Does 2704 plus 2625 equal 5,329?
I don't know. I'm only in 3rd grade. Does it?
Yes, Tegan, it does.
Well, can we do one more example?
Sure. Oh, look, I just found the tape measurer.
That would help us a long time ago.
I'll say, but now you know how to use Pythagorean Theorem. Let's do one more example. Boop-ba-da-da, 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 da-wow-wow. Remember when I got the hula hoop stuck on the roof?
Oh.
Well, let's say that the roof was about 20 feet. And remember, you had to stand at least 10 feet away from the house just so that you could see the hula hoop. So, we all had multiple poles of 8 feet. How many poles would we have to use just to reach the hula hoop? Tegan, want to figure this one out?
No, I'm pretty new at this, so can you figure this one out?
Well, okay, but just this time. Oops. Okay, well, we know that 20 squared equals 400, and 10 squared equals 100. So if we put them together, we have 500. If 500 square rooted is 22 point really long number, but we can round that down to 22. So we need 3 poles. That way we would have 2 inches just to guarantee that we reached it. But hey, Pythagorean Theorem is never wrong.
Pythagorean Theorem.